Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm actually going to be talking about where you guys should be looking to buy used phones and things that should be coming along with that, as well as a couple tips that you guys need to keep in mind when looking to buy these phones and when actually buying them. So let's get into the video. So I'm actually going to go through 4 different platforms that I recommend you guys look to buy used phones. So this can apply to if you're an iPhone reseller, if you lost a phone and you're trying to buy a new one. This is pretty much kind of a video to help you guys find phones at cheaper prices and where you can find those phones. So I'm actually going to list 4 different marketplaces, and each one I'm going to go through is a little bit less reliable. So the first place that I actually recommend for everyone to look for a phone, and honestly probably has the most accountability and where you'll get scammed the least, is Facebook Marketplace. And one reason I say that is because Facebook Marketplace is a platform where the seller actually gives all their information pretty much. All you really need is their true name, and obviously people can create Facebook accounts, but that's not usually the case because somebody that's going to sell on Facebook Marketplace should be smart enough to recognize that they're putting their name out there, whereas if you're putting it on an app, you can just kind of make up a name, whereas Facebook, you can't really, and they're usually selling on a profile that they've had for several years. I mean, Facebook's been out for a while, so they're usually not going to go create another account just for that. They're just going to list it on their local profile, and if they're dumb enough to actually sell you a false phone, you have their name, and you can obviously go the legal route with that. But Facebook Marketplace, it is a little bit more of a pricier platform, but obviously you're still not going to pay, or you shouldn't be paying retail value for any phone that you're buying, even if it's a brand new iPhone X, all the way down to like 5s and 6s. So it is a great platform. It's very easy to use. It's Facebook Marketplace. Many of you might not know about it, but it's that little button on your Facebook app. It's a relatively new platform to Facebook, but it pretty much, you can search by region, you can search by keywords of what you're looking for, if it's a certain type of phone, and overall it's just a great, reliable platform, and it holds people accountable because people that sell false things on there, Facebook can take legal action against them if the buyer of some faulty item that was purchased takes legal route on their side as well. So this brings me to my second platform. The second platform is OfferUp, and this is my most used platform. I'm a reseller, but even if you're just looking to buy a used phone temporarily or just not trying to pay retail price, OfferUp is great. Specifically in my town, and maybe it's not as popular in your town, but definitely give it a try. It's probably the most easy used platform for me. And yes, people can make up names and like put different weird pictures on there, but if you ask the right questions, if you watch my videos, if you kind of scroll through my channel, I'm giving you tips throughout to be able to mitigate this, and so you're not going to be able to buy an actual faulty device if you follow the steps that I'm actually giving you. So if you watch those videos, you should be okay on any of these other platforms that I'm talking about. And this brings me to my third platform, which is LetGo. It's something that I don't personally use a lot just because my town isn't very active with it, but I've seen other people where they thrive on LetGo. Again, very similar to OfferUp. It doesn't really hold accountable for people that want to scam because it's pretty easy to get away with. You can easily block somebody after and you have no contact with them. And you don't really have their real names because chances are they're not putting their real name. It would be kind of dumb for them anyway too if they're trying to scam you. But again, another good platform. And the fourth one, I'm just putting it in the video for the sake of those are actually reselling devices, such as myself. But if you're somebody that's looking for a used phone, I would stay away from these because you should be using those 3 platforms. And if you need to do Craigslist, yes, you can. But that fourth platform is Craigslist. So this is probably the easiest way for you to get scammed. But obviously, if you take the steps that I recommend and on all the videos that I release on this channel, you should be okay because it's really, if you follow those steps, it really shouldn't be any different than using Facebook Marketplace or going back to Craigslist, honestly. But it's just another platform. If you want to try to find somebody, you're going to find the cheapest devices on there just because it's such an old platform. And obviously, if you find something super cheap, it's probably going to be a sketchy phone to begin with, and they're probably selling on Craigslist, I mean, be honest, like if you're gonna sell something on Craigslist, that's not usually the first place you're gonna go. You're gonna go on there so you don't have any connection with whatever you're selling, probably because it's a faulty thing. You just kind of have to keep in mind, just have a little bit of common sense of where you're buying. Because if you got to think about it from the other guy's perspective, so the guy that's selling a phone that you're trying to buy, would you sell it on that platform yourself? And would you sell it at that price? So if you see like an iPhone X for $400, one is probably either a fake phone or two, it's blacklisted. So just kind of like that. I mean, the phone averages for like over $1,000. So why are they really selling it for $400? Yes, they could claim they need a car payment, but obviously it's not usually that. Just be smart about the decision. And now I'm just going to talk about a couple tips you guys need to keep in mind. So if you're buying a phone, and this applies for resellers and anybody that's just looking for a phone, is meet at your local carrier store. This is something I preach in all my videos, especially if you're just getting into this or don't know too much about the iPhone that you're buying, but just trying to buy one because you like iPhones or Androids. If you're buying a Verizon phone, meet at a Verizon store. If you're buying a T-Mobile device, meet at a T-Mobile store, and thereon. So it's kind of the best way to mitigate you not buying a bad phone, because if the seller agrees to meet you at a carrier store, 99% of the time it's going to be a good device to be starting out with. So it just kind of mitigates anybody that's probably trying to scam you. And two, whatever the carrier is, they're going to check that the phone isn't blacklisted in their database, and it's actually can be used with your current carrier. So like if it's a T-Mobile phone, they can be used with Metro PCS. So if you have a Metro PCS, you can take it in the Metro PCS phone, even if it's T-Mobile and maybe it's locked by T-Mobile. Metro PCS will be able to recognize that and be able to tell you, don't buy this phone. So they're probably your best friends when trying to buy used phones is local carrier stores, because chances are they probably know more than you, unless you're a reseller that's been doing this for a while. But it just kind of mitigates anybody that's trying to scam you, because if they're willing to meet in a public place where they know the phone's going to be checked, you're probably fine to begin with. So and then second point I have is, this is for both resellers again and anybody that's trying to buy a used phone, is negotiate. Nobody is ever firm on a price, even though if they say it in bold letters, people will always come down. The worst that they can do is say no, so always negotiate. You're on these platforms because you're trying to buy them cheaper than they are at retail. So if somebody's selling a phone and they're so firm on the price, always give a price. This is something I tell people a lot, is no matter every phone that I see, because I'm a reseller and I'm trying to buy these phones for cheaper and sell them for higher, just kind of create this phone arbitrage, I always negotiate, because the worst thing they can do is not respond or just say no. Yes, sometimes you're going to get people that are angry at the items, but a lot of the time they come back to you because they're obviously listing it at a ridiculously high price, but since I offered something, if nobody's going to buy that phone anyway, they're probably going to end up coming down to the price, or at least coming down from what they originally had. And I mean, if you're negotiating, you're probably giving a price lower than you expect to actually get for that phone. So you're creating wiggle room, and so always negotiate with the phone you're trying to buy and the seller that's actually selling it. So, and then the third tip, and the most important, is actually getting a bill of sale. If you want this bill of sale, leave a comment down below. I'll email it to you. Just got to shoot me your email in the comment down section below. But basically what a bill of sale does is, it basically is a document where the seller of the phone will sign. You'll write all the details like the IMEI on it. You'll write the date, their full name, you'll write your full name, and it basically is a transfer of ownership of that device. And since these are higher priced items, this is very essential so you don't get scammed in the long run, because there's a possibility that somebody's going to sell you their phone, and on the back end, a couple days later, they'll file an insurance claim where they'll mark it as lost, when in reality, they're just trying to make money, and they're going to get the money from you, and then they're just going to have to pay a small deposit to get another one because they filed an insurance claim. So they just get another brand new phone, or refurbished, but basically brand new, and they're obviously scamming you out of a phone, because once that phone gets blacklisted, it can never be used, at least in the US. So if you need to have the signature of them, their full name, and on the bill of sale, I actually take a picture of their ID to confirm that they're the owner, and that's actually their full name, because If you have their signature saying that they handed over that phone and they sold it to you at this exact price with the phone's IMEI on it, and you can confirm that just by showing the phone a picture of the phone with its IMEI as well, the insurance claim will undo that, and then they're going to get in legal trouble probably on the other side for trying to file an insurance claim. So it's kind of a win-win for you if you do that. It's the most protection you can get as a local market buyer that's trying to buy phones for less than retail price. So I definitely recommend buying used phones if you're just looking to buy an extra phone, because retail price is kind of ridiculous. And yeah, try not to buy phones that are too old because the battery's probably gone, but that could be easily replaced for $50 if it needs to be. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's just a couple tips I've had a lot of questions on, and I definitely thought I would make a video on helping you guys with it. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to join the family. If you have any video ideas, leave a comment down below. If you wanted that bill of sale, also leave a comment down below. Just say, hey, I want the bill of sale or something like that, and I'll give you my email, and you just shoot me an email and I'll send it over to you. I got it for free, so I'm just gonna hand it to you guys for free as well. So with that said, I'll catch you guys tomorrow in the next video.